Hello, everybody. It's 2:23. I'm a little early today. This goes in that bucket. Hi, guys. Okay. So I just talked yesterday on yesterday's live about I'm in the last 20 days of this pregnancy. There's a countdown, 20 days. I'm in the last 20 days of this pregnancy. I am struggling big time, like big time. So any time of the day that I am feeling good, like right now I'm doing okay. My heart rate is a little high, my blood pressure is a little high, but I'm feeling good. I'm not like gasping for air and stuff. So whenever I have those moments during the day, is that's when I'm going to come live. So I'm not going to have a scheduled like 3 o'clock live because sometimes 3 o'clock is the hardest part of my day. Um, my heart rate was actually super high like 20 minutes ago, but I came in here. I've been sitting and then on the phone with Ivan and Emily and stuff. So I've been able to get my heart rate down. I don't know that I am feeling good enough to put on a mask and work. I'm hoping I have my mask ready and everything set up. I already even have my one of my part of my ventilation system going so that if I do feel good enough to put my mask on, I really want to keep epoxying these tumblers and keep moving forward with them. So we'll see how I'm feeling, but it's a little hard to breathe. And so we'll see. It's just, this baby is just pushing on everything in there. And I had a really rough night last night. This is a testament to how my husband sleeps. He woke up this morning, he's like, oh, he had a good night's sleep last night. I was like, where were you? I was up out of bed like 90% of the night. He just sleeps through it all. Unless I'm like gasping for air and like yelling or screaming, he's out. He doesn't even notice me moving around anymore. Because he's like, oh, you had a good night's sleep. I was like, no, I did not. But anywho, so there's new stuff up on the website. We're gonna do a couple Tumbler tips and tricksy things today. I have a cup that I have is actually a perfect example of like taping off your cup and the rules and things you want to do when you're taping off your cup and working with a cup where you tape off the lip. We've got a couple. So we're gonna work on that. Hi guys. So that being said, let's go over the new stuff that's on the website really quick. There it is up on the website now. So how it's going to work, instead of launching whatever the new stuff is at 3 o'clock, um, love the new tumblers. Yeah, and that is probably what will happen in the beginning with baby Betty. It'll be probably whenever she's like either napping or even if she's awake, but I can wear her and she's just hanging out, being a good girl. And I'm not going to work with epoxy or products. I'm just going to be hanging out with you guys doing other crafty things, like maybe mixing Craft Addicts mix with a baby on my back. I don't know. Hello from South Africa. Oh, I want to go to South Africa so bad. My one of my best friends, her ex-husband was from South Africa, and then Emily's been there, and I want to go. It's someday. It's on the dream list. Um. So anywho, sorry, squirrel. So yeah. So from now until post baby, I'm just going to be coming live when I can. When I come live is when we're going to launch the new products. How far along am I, Angie? I'm this far along. I'm the far along where the shirt doesn't quite cover the bottom of the belly anymore. I have 20 more days left. The baby's being delivered on the 26th. Hold on, I gotta go see if I can find a water or something. There's hope lamb in here. Oh, good, there's water. There's sparkling water. Let's see how I do with that. I'm very timid to drink sparkling anything because I'm worried it's going to give me heartburn. I don't know if it actually does. My brain just tells me it would. Yeah, I'm this pregnant. I'm like skin is now showing underneath all my shirts. Now this is not a maternity shirt. You can see it doesn't have the ribbing here. But I bought this shirt with the intent of it being like a really big, it was a huge shirt on me when I first started this journey. And I was like, oh, it's like a double extra large. It'll be fine. And here we are. Filling it out. Squeezed in there like a cinnamon roll about to pop out of the container. All right. I know. It is so uncomfortable. Sleeping is a challenge. Everything is a challenge. Even getting in and out of the car is a challenge. Hello. Okay. So when I come live, we are going to be launching the new items on the website when I go live. So whatever time it is, if I'm live, you can go check the website and all the newbie stuff will be up there. I did go through last night and start working on today's deals. There was like 15 pages of today's deals. Some of it was just like new items that had launched and they've been on there for a couple weeks. So if there was something under today's deals that you wanted, but it's no longer there, it does not mean that it's gone. It just means I moved it from today's deals and has gone into its like respective, what's the word there? It's gone into its home space. So like if it was a mold, it's now under the mold section. If it was an instant transfer, it's now under the instant transfer section. Today's deals was meant to be more like the newest things of the week. I'm falling behind, so I've gotten a little bombarded. I'm trying to keep up. I'm just pedaling and pedaling. Um, so if there was something there, search the name of it or search something word search with you like roses or burgundy or cowgirl and see if you can find it. So a lot of stuff does sell out, but also if it was there like yesterday and it's not there today, just search. Now if it was a brand new item that we launched yesterday and it's no longer there, it's most likely sold out. But if you saw it there, that it was an item that launched like 2 weeks ago and it was there yesterday, most likely I just moved it to its home location. Um, because today's deals was getting very overwhelming. It had so many pages, like you're never going to look through all those pages. The last like 3 pages on today's deals are actual sale items. They are items from the warehouse that we've marked down to kind of clearance out, I guess. I don't know. So they're there. There's some new bargains there. All right. So, but anything new on the website? You say I'm dancing as fast as I can. Well, I'm pedaling because I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get all of it done. So if I'm live, the new stuff is live and active, so you can shop. Because I don't want to come live and show you all the stuff and be like, oh, it'll be active in 2 hours. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Just it's there. Okay, this coconut sparkling water sounds real delicious. We're about to find out if my heartburn handles this. I had a root beer the other day. Oh, I'm not going to do that because it's going to make me burp constantly because my stomach is sitting like right here. It was so delicious. Oh, it's going to make me burp again. My stomach is literally right here, right here. It's not down where it's supposed to be. This baby's taking up all that space. Deb, are you asking me what's wrong that you need to calm down from? I don't mind. I'm not sure if you're talking to me. You're getting 5 different packages? Are they actually 5 different packages? Do you have 5 different shipping notifications? Because it might be 5 packages that we've combined. You might have if it's all on how many shipping notifications you got. So if you have 5 shipping notifications, then it is coming from 5 different ones. Deb, if you're asking me what I need to calm down from, it's because I need to calm down from this situation. I told Ivan today, I said, do you know that we're going to have a baby in 20 days? I think I have compartmentalized so much in my life to like survive because we have so much happening and it's all chaos. I was like, I know that I'm aware that I'm pregnant, obviously, because I'm miserable. And I'm aware that we're having a baby, but I don't think it's really set in that we're about to have a baby. So that box she has been compartmentalized into this is important and it's happening. But on the 26th, somebody's going to accidentally trip and fall over that box and knock it over, and the baby's going to tumble out into our lives. It's fine. Everything's fine. I am very uncomfortable. I'm also very, very chubby right now. I'm like, it's not just the baby that's uncomfortable, but I've actually gained like, we're at like 60 pounds with this baby. And so I'm very heavy. So it's already just moving is crazy. All right. So here are the new things. Oh, you have 5 different shipping numbers. Oh, Heather, you better just be literally sitting by the window looking for that mailman. Who am I to kid? You know, Ivan is just my husband. So here's the sweetest thing about my husband. My husband never tells me no. Like, never tells me no. Even with Alyssa getting that puppy, when I said, oh, I'm going to try my really darn hardest not to come home with a puppy too. He's like, please don't. And I've had conversations with him and I've said, you need to actually say no when you mean no. Because when you say no, I do take to heart. But when you say, oh, please don't, there's some gray area there. And I like living in the gray area. So, and I've told him this. And so I'm like, when he said that about that puppy, I even told Alyssa, I was like, I mean, he knows there's gray area. Because I told him you have to say no. Like, he has straight said no lizards, no reptiles. He said no reptiles, no arachnids, because I'm weird. I love snakes and lizards and weird spiders and scorpions. I would have little terrariums everywhere. But he has said no, and he has said no since the beginning. And so we don't have any of those things. Anyway, he doesn't tell me no. I don't know where we were going with that. Oh, so like even if I had 5 packages come, I would just get an eye roll. And he'd be like, do you need all those things? And I'd be like, yes. And then he would just be like grumpy about it, but he wouldn't say anything. Tumbler tips. It's coming, Tammy. Better to ask for forgiveness. That's what I say, especially when what you need forgiveness from is real cute, like a puppy. I did not come home with a puppy that day. Mainly because I'm about to have a baby. Like, Alyssa brought that point to she's like, you don't need a puppy, you have a baby. All right. So here are all the new things that are coming onto the website today. If you haven't been up on, go to iwantglitter.com. But if you are watching, this is our website. Bloop, bloop, right there. iwantglitter.com. You say that to Sweetie every time he purchases another gun. I actually ask for guns. I'm like, I would like a little Glock. I would like a 22. I would like a Desert Eagle. I don't have any of those, but they're also really expensive and I don't need them. You join the Big Daddy Club. You're going to freaking love it. It's so good this month. Okay. So, also, yes, if you've missed the swag bag reveals, we've done them in the last couple lives. We've showed off some stuff. So those are coming. Oh, farts and tarts. I forgot to bring the battle box. Oh, I can text Alyssa. I have my other phone. Hold on. Give me a minute. Hold on. Someone over with the battle box. Sneak peek. Shoot, I forgot to carry it over here. She didn't put it in my box, but it's fine. Okay, so here are the things that are up on the website. We got a lot. There's a couple sets. Most of these things went up individual because I know you guys like to mix and match your own goodies. Okay, so there is a 20-ounce wrap. Look how pretty this friggin' is. Okay, so there's a 20-ounce and I believe a 40-ounce. The 40-ounce can be cut down to a 30-ounce. So there's one that wraps a standard 20-ounce straight. Do I have a standard 20-ounce straight sitting around? I do not. Everything has epoxy on it. But it wraps a 20-ounce. Okay, it's a full sheet instant transfer. The white, there's no white. It's just all these outlines. So you can glitter a tumbler and then wrap it. Also, yes, we're going to be wrapping this tumbler. This is part of our journey today. This is a big 30-ounce, so we're going to use the bigger one. Okay, so then we have this that'll wrap a 40-ounce. Oops. It's going to wrap this 30-ounce. So maybe it's a 30-ounce. I don't remember what we measured it for. It might be a 30 and a 40-ounce. I think it's both. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping this guy. This was actually originally meant to be a different cup. This is going to be one of the cups part of our teaching stuff today because it's got some issues. So I'm going to point them out to you guys and walk you through how it happened. And what not to do. I did not do the last layer of that epoxy, so it went a little awry. So it's the same one in just different sizes. Okay. Same decal. That's so pretty. It's so boho, and I just love it. So you technically get 2 wraps with this because you can wrap if you want just the collar done. You can do the top. This is meant to go like on the bottom. This is meant to go on the bottom, I believe, and this is meant to go on the top. However you want to wrap it, it can go either way. Thanks, Dee.
You're welcome.
Okay, so those are up. Did my parents get the tornado alert? I have no idea. Only talked to my mom very early this morning. When was it? And they were leaving. They're going up to their house in the mountains. I do know they're by where those freeways are flooding. That's too good to not drink. So yummy. I haven't had a sparkling water my whole pregnancy because I've been afraid of them. Okay, then this is a set. It's sold as a set. Okay, it's a kind of like a watercolor heart. I don't know what we're calling it. Oh shoot, she didn't give me a list of what these things are actually called on the website. Hold on, let me pull it up. She only gives me a list. Didn't get a list. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're doing it. Boots and Hearts. Okay, this is called Boots and Hearts. Oh my gosh. You guys. Holy smokes. Okay, there's only 23 of this set left. So this is flying off the shelves. It's a pretty, like, it looks like stone, like a shale of stone or a painting. I don't know, it's super pretty. Okay, and then it's a set of 2, and then the cowboy boots. Okay, this one is called Boots and Hearts, and there's only 23 sets available. You guys. This one's apparently a hot ticket item, FYI. 23. I didn't look at the other ones as I'm going. That's crazy. That just jumped right out at me. Okay. Then you have Rescue Redeemed. It's called Forgiven. Okay. This one is Forgiven. It says rescued, redeemed, restored, forgiven. I think it would be very pretty with these. Everything that's launching today was meant to be a collection. We know where the economy is. We know y'all can't just afford like $100 collection. So we are breaking them down. That's why you haven't seen a collection come out for a while. It's easier for our team, a million times easier for us to sell it as a collection. And we sell them out as collections. However, we know that by doing them as collections, we also kind of make it impossible for everyone to be able to afford it and get what they want. So we've been trying to appease the masses and make it accessible for everyone, and breaking them down, because this was, like, if you notice, this all has a color theme, a vibe, where these would all blend. So you're going to see it as we go. Okay, so these 2 are still set as a set, and that's one's almost sold out. Rescued, Redeemed, Restored, and Forgiven. Okay, this one's an individual. That's up on the website. Then there is a pair. This is meant to. Oops, hold on. I'm going to pin those back together so everybody just go together. I should remember, but my brain, I don't trust my brain anymore. Okay, so this is a set. This is meant to go like one on the front of the cup and one on the back. You are allowed to be both a masterpiece, ... and a work in progress. Okay. I just think this is really cute because I'm kind of a hot mess express. So this is kind of me. I'm a masterpiece and a work in progress. It says you're allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. This is a set. Okay, so this is a pair. It comes together. They work together. You can put them however you want on your tumbler. Okay. Then there is a Teal Brown Hearts Instant Transfers. Okay, then there is the Teal and Brown Hearts Instant Transfer set. This is like that one heart that comes in that set. This is a slightly different colors. That one's more of kind of like a creamy golden one for the set, for the cowboy boots on the heart. This is more of like a taupe brown turquoise. This is one full sheet. Okay, mixed and matched sizes and patterns. Okay. So that's one full sheet. Those are up on the website. This is called Teal and Brown Hearts. Very literal, teal and brown hearts. It's easy to remember. Okay, then we have the tooled leather full sheet. This with these would make, and then some like champagne gold glitter, be so pretty. Okay. Tooled leather. This is a full sheet instant transfer. These are all instant transfers. This is a full sheet. You can cut this down just like you would a sheet of printed vinyl. Then you have tooled leather and fur. Tooled leather and fur. So it's got the blue tooled leather on the bottom. It's got a glitter collar. And then it's got the cowhide up here. So it's tooled leather and cowhide. How friggin' pretty is this one? Now you can wrap the whole tumbler in this. Okay. You have no sound? I think it's, can somebody let Tish know it's just her, that everybody else has sound? It's something with her device. All right, so those are the new things up on the website as far as instant transfers go. You can find them all under today's deals. This was originally supposed to be a collection. That's why there's so many things launching today. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why there's so many pages. This was originally going to be a collection sold as one big bundle with all these like as a collection, but we decided to break them down instead so you guys can buy them all individually. Okay, now we're going to be playing with those in a minute. Now there's a new tumbler on the website. Ooh, okay, I will tell you there are, you guys bought a ton of these. Okay, these are 20-ounce moderns. For me, now I love my big cups. We all know this. But the reality is it would take me 95 years to rhinestone one of these big cups, the big 40s. We got the same concept. This is a 20-ounce modern. My family prefers this type of cup. They like the curve because they're like, it makes it easier to hold on to, and they like the 20-ounce. So I'm kind of taking, from everybody. So they're very similar to the 40s. They don't have a handle, but they're the same concept as a 40, but like a more reasonable size. We have these in bright hot pink, light pink, purple, white, and mint. Okay. I will tell you, hey, you guys have shopped already hard. There's only 17 white ones left. There's only 15 mint ones left. There's only 14 light pinks, and there's 16 dark pinks and 12 purples. I don't know what to do with you guys sometimes. I have not sneak peek battle box. It's coming. Okay, so there's mint. These, you will see me starting to rhinestone this size tumbler because this is manageable in my brain to rhinestone. These are 20-ounce. They're called 20-ounce moderns. They have the tops very similar to the 40-ounce. It's the same shape as like a Stanley 40-ounce, but it's like a condensed version. Okay, so we have white, mint. I gotta put them back in their box as we go. White. Mint, otherwise, I'm gonna end up with a gajillion boxes. Mint. Mint. Yeah, these are the 20 ounces. These are not the big 40 ounces. Purple. There is a rhinestone collection that's coming up mid-March. It's got like a math balls on this one. Okay. That's the lavender one. Pink. This is the soft light pink one. Yes, these do have the holographic shimmer to them. Sometimes it's hard to pick up on camera here if you guys can see it. These are shimmery. They have a little holographic shimmer to them, and they are sublimation ready. You can sublimate on them. They have holographics. You can just slap an instant transfer on them and be done. Oh, maybe that's where I'll be able to die on the mint one. And then this is the neon pink one, the hot pink one, dark pink. Aren't they cute? I love the size. So yeah, you can put an instant transfer on it. You can put some of like cheetah spots in an instant transfer and be done because it's got the pretty holographic. shimmer to it. You can rhinestone over the top of these. You can sublimate on these. You can glitter tumbler these. You can glitter and epoxy these. They're very, very versatile. Okay, I'm starting to get real hot. Okay, that's all the new stuff. Now sneak peek for the battle box real quick. So those tumblers are just darn near sold out. Do I foresee restocking the heart rhinestone set? Are you talking about the cup, the rhinestone by design? Yes. All of our rhinestone by designs, when they sell out, we will be reorder. We're going to try to keep those on hand, but it takes a process. And our manufacturers actually shut down for like a 4-week vacation right now. So, and then when they come back, then they got to start producing. So it's really like 6 or 7 weeks. So we've got like a window where we can't even move. We did a lot of ordering right up into them closing down, so you guys won't really even feel the effects. Like, well, we have so much product to keep rolling with, but if something sells out while they're here, we can't get it reordered until they're back. Chinese New Year's, yes. Okay, so just FYI, some of the instant transfers from today are already getting really low, and that those 20-ounce tumblers, they're all under 20 available left. So yeah, apparently you guys like that size. We don't ever know. We're not a tumbler supply company. We don't have the warehouse space to like bulk sell or do a lot of tumbler sales. We have all full of rhinestones and glitter. So we don't have the warehouse space to be like selling tons of tumblers. So we get in like special tumblers, and then we have like 300 of them. So and then we make them available to you guys so they're accessible, because if you're already placing an order, you can just fling one on there. And grab a fun tumbler, or if you're like, ooh, rhinestones, get a matching tumbler. For me, these are great tumblers to rhinestones because they have the pretty base colors already behind the rhinestones. So that's it. Okay, now let's go battle box. So the battle box comes out tomorrow. Oh, my watch is telling me it's time to stand. I'm gonna dismiss you. I'm pregnant. Leave me alone. She's like, stand and move around. Tomorrow's battle box day. Okay. Farts and tarts. I'm sorry. Oh, I bet I can put it up. Hold on. Be patient. I think I can pull up the price on my phone. It's a technology thing, though. This is not my forte. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure I have the app on my phone. Okay. Open with my face. Face ID. Okay. Swag planning. I know it's not swag, but battles. Here we go. Zoom, because my eyeballs can't see. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up the price for the battle box because I know that that's what everybody's waiting for. Oh, farts and tarts. Google Sheets, January, February. It is going to be $21.60. Regular price, $24. Let me make sure. Wait, am I on the right month? No, that's not even this year. That's last year. That's February of last year. Hold on to January. There we go. I was like, that doesn't sound right. It had a mold in it. I'm like, we don't have a mold in this one. Okay. The price of this one is going to be regular price $23.50, and it's going to be on sale for $21.15. Now, I know that you guys aren't used to these weird numbers for us, because normally we would just naturally round that and make it $21.25. I have decided to stop rounding. So if it says $21.15, it's going to be $21.15. So you're going to see some weird numbers, because I'm like, it's only 10 cents to round it to $21.25 and make it like a very cosmetically beautiful number to look at. But I'm like, I would rather just charge the price. It's going to be $21.15. That's what the sale price is going to be. I finagle. I'm like the wind. Sometimes I feel like this, and sometimes I feel like that. But we're trying to be very, very conscious. It affects our bottom line, but we are conscious of that as well. But like all these things, but I'm like, if it's it's gonna be $21.15. You might see a mold that's gonna be like $1.65. We'll probably round to the nearest penny. it won't be like 63 cents. It'll probably like 65 cents. But instead of being 75 cents, like to the nearest quarter, we're going to be just hovering around the closest, like we're just, so you're not used to those weird numbers, but that's how it's going to be for a while. So it's $21.15. So you guys remember that, because I'm probably going to forget that in 5 minutes when I take this off my screen. You are going to be getting, here, so now I'll show you. Okay, so you are going to be getting, there will be a top up, same as last month. Hopefully it goes smoother. It was a little rough last month, but we've kind of worked the kinks out last month. It's already set up and ready to go this month. You are going to be getting a half sheet of roses. The theme is everything coming up roses. I think the theme is called coming up roses. You're going to get a half sheet of these little mini roses, these roses. These are instant transfers, not water slides, so it's an instant transfer. You do not need to use the whole sheet. You have to use one part or one bit. So you can use one rose or one rose. You can use all the roses, whatever works with your ideas. Yes, 21.15 is better than 22. That's what I'm saying. I know it all adds up at the end of the year, but all adds up for you guys too. And so I'm trying to be conscious of that as well. So here we go. Okay. So you're going to get a half sheet of the instant transfers. Oh, they have the pricing on here wrong. Okay, it might end up being 22 something, because it is calculated in here as a single instant transfer, not a half sheet. Well, so it might not be 21. I should have checked over this first before I went in here yelling. Okay. I'm going to try to keep it as close to 21.15, but I got to make sure our cost is covered. So it might go up just a little bit, because this is in the sheet as one rose, the cost of like one instant transfer, but we pay a lot more when it's a half sheet. So it might be a little higher. Use it towards the shipping bill. Ooh, yeah, let's not talk about the shipping bill. That's scary. Okay, so half sheet of instant transfers. It's not gonna like jump like by $4. It might jump by like 50 cents. So it might be like 21.65. It might jump by like 50 cents or so. I'm not positive. I don't know. I have to sit down with the math. So it might be 21.65. Let's go with that. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna get the half sheet of roses. Okay. You are gonna get one acrylic blank keychain. I don't know why I have that. You're gonna get one acrylic blank keychain. When you get these, they have a plastic film over the front and the back. So you're like, oh, it's all scratched up and funky. No, that's just, there's a plastic covering. You gotta kind of use your fingernail or like a little craft knife. Yes, tomorrow is still Live Mix Day. Yes. And you got to peel that sheeting back. Okay. So there's one on each side. It's to protect the acrylic from getting scratched in like transit. Okay. So you got to peel that off. If you epoxy on top of this, it's going to eventually peel off. Okay. So you're going to get a half sheet of these. Look how cute those little ones look on there. You're going to get an acrylic blank. Totally random, just one. We just want to see what you guys do with it. It's fun. You can make little keychains. You can make a pendant. You can make an earring. I don't know. You can smash it up and take all the little parts and put it in your epoxy. I don't know. These will release at 3. I will be live at 3 tomorrow. Wednesdays, no matter what, I will be live at 3. Wednesdays is the hard and fast, because Live Mix is at 3, and tomorrow Battle Box is at 3. So tomorrow's live. All the other days will be a little bit chaotic on what time I go live, but tomorrow will be 3 o'clock. All right, so there's the 1, 2, and then you're going to get a small bag of glitter. Okay, it's like by grams. I can't even remember how many grams you get. You get like 3 grams of glitter or something. I can't remember. It's not a lot of glitter. The reason we're doing that is because if we put a full bag of glitter in there, a full ounce, your price is going to be closer to like $27, $28. Our goal with BattleBox is to make it a very reasonable price. Everyone gets the same products, but make it very affordable so that everyone can participate. It's like in a very, very budget friendly. Oh, Kettering, but we do. So we've thought about that, but we do intend to try to keep the battle box as low as possible, and we don't want to overcharge. And it's fine this way. This is just like a little small error. It's not a big deal. So it'll be 2165 instead of 2115. Um, I know it's a super pretty pink. It's even prettier in person. When you guys see this in person, it's not even showing off. This will be the top up. This will be available. So let's say everybody will get this a little bit, so that if you want to do a little peekaboo or, glitter, ombre it together with something else, you get enough to where everybody has the same glitter and feature it on their tumbler. But if you want the full ounce, if you're like, I want to do a whole tumbler and do all this stuff and I need more than just a little bit of glitter, the full ounce will be available separate tomorrow as a top up. So you can buy the battle box, and then you can buy this. You will not be able to buy the glitter unless you buy the battle box. It is only available as a top up to battle box buyers. If it's Oh, that's my husband. I was gonna say it sounds like an alarm, but it's my husband. If it happens to allow you to add it to your shopping cart, if you do not buy a battle box, it will not ship. It'll be like the freebie with live mix. If you can add it to your cart, but if you don't qualify, it won't ship. So you have to buy the battle box to be able to buy the top ups. Now you can buy one battle box and 6 top ups, tips 6 extra ounces of glitter. That we don't care as long as you buy one battle box, because it is a battle box exclusive, and so that will be available as a top up. So if you're like, but the reason we're doing it that way is so that, again, to keep the price very reasonable for everybody and keep the price down, make it manageable. It is there, but if you're like, I want extra, then that is an available extra to you, but it is not a required purchase. Does that make sense? Okay, now the cup. I do not have a cup on hand. I happened to do the graphic the other day. Got it. I happened to do the graphic the other day. What is going on? How do I get out of here? And so I have a picture of my graphic, and I can show that to you guys really quick. Hold on. Where is the app with the graphic? I'm doing technology. Okay, so here is, oh, for Pete's sake. This is the tumbler. Oh, get it with no glare. It is a 20-ounce Hydro Sport, and it has the flip-up handle, like a carrying handle. This is a personal purchase. I wanted this cup because I'm like, in my brain, this cup is going to be really good for me now that I have the babies, because I'm going to need the handle and I'm going to need it to seal down so I can just chuck it in the baby bag, because I'm not going to have hands to. I love these big cups, and I love my big cups in summertime especially, but I'm not going to have free hands to be able to like hold the handle of this and the baby and the diaper bag and push the thing and carry turbo. And I need something that can seal down, be a Hydro Sport. And I like the handle because I can put a carabiner clip on there, and a big carabiner, the big giant ones, and clip it to my stroller, or clip it to my baby bag, or just and be hands free and not worry about it leaking. So I picked this one for myself. So it's got the Hydro Sport top that you flip up and then you can sip out of. It has the handle, okay, that flips up and can be carabinered onto your backpack. Like if you're going to SeaWorld or Disneyland, you can clip it on and it just hangs. I know, it's a great one. And it is sublimation ready, okay? And it's a 20 ounce. It's a 20 ounce. Okay, so the total cost is going to be $21.65. You're going to get the tumbler, you're going to get the half sheet of roses, you're going to get the sample of glitter, and you're going to get the acrylic blank. Okay, you have to make something using all of these elements. Now you can make accessories. Like I said, you could, this is intended probably to make like a matching keychain, or even like a tassel that can hang off the handle. Oh, that would be very cute. Oh, you know what I should do? I should have my other kids like draw a heart or something cute and make this like, and then hang it from my tumbler. Anywho, that would be very cute. And then I can cut their little hearts out in vinyl and put that on here with glitter and stuff. I do not believe there will be add-on tumblers. No, it will just be add-on glitter. Don't quote me on that yet, because I don't remember. I don't remember. This is you guys, trust me, I frustrate myself like with the no memory thing. It makes me crazy. But I don't believe we over-ordered. I don't believe we ordered extra tumblers. But I honestly don't know. I'm gonna have to check. You see a peekaboo? It's only available in the one color. It's going to be white with a gray top. Yep. It'll be white with a gray top. I was able to get a really good deal on it. That's why it has the gray top. If I wanted a black top, it would have made the cup like $3 more. And so I was like, oh, no, we'll take the gray. And I actually like the gray. 20 ounce. It's a 20 ounce. Yep, it's a 20 ounce Hydro Sport. Sublimation ready. Do not have to sublimate it. You sold your first rhinestone cup? Yes. Okay, now let's Tumbler. Let's Tumbler. Okay, so that's your Battle Box Sneak Peeks. That launches tomorrow at 3 o'clock. It will sell out super fast because it's very inexpensive. All the ones that are under $25 usually go, I don't even remember. It was under an hour last month. It was very fast and people were very upset because it went so quick. But I can't, I put it on your calendar, set an alarm, beep, 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 beep. Have your shopping cart open, put your test water slide in it so you don't have to spend time doing that. Then all you have to do is go bloop, add that to your cart. It's $21.65, so you know that ahead of time. If you're like, I wanted to hit the $25 mark, go in and add one thing to your cart. Have it ready to go. Okay. I will also be live tomorrow, doing live mix. Okay. So the live mix will go up and active at 2 o'clock. Okay. The battle box will go up and active at 3 o'clock. Oh, here comes the heartburn from that sparkling water. It doesn't take long. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So now let's do the tumblers. I had this tumbler floating around. This was originally going to be a tumbler. Oh no. We're diving in. It doesn't matter. Who cares? This was originally going to be a tumbler for Cassidy, who works here. She has since snagged some 40 ounces from the warehouse that she loves and she's picked her instant transfers. She's very cute. She had the one that says, I saw I had anxiety, so I left. She put it on her 40 ounce. It's so cute and fits her so good. I love her so much. This was originally going to be for her, and I was going to make it look like a boba tea. And I was going to put little boba balls in here and then put a cute little kawaii face on it. And she was like, yay. That was like a year and a half ago. This cup sat around. Somebody else put a round of epoxy on here, and they made the mistake of not pulling the tape. Cynthia, take a potty break, Cynthia. Take a potty break. Are you on the same time zone as me? Because if you're not on the same time zone as me, it might be the right time. Okay, so this is a tumbler that has been taped off, okay? So has this. This one's been taped off. You can see on this one I've been working on how clean that edge is, okay? It's a nice crisp edge. That one is taped off, and with that one, it's taped off, and then the tape is removed immediately after you get the epoxy on. This one, somebody else did a layer of epoxy on this to sample and test epoxy, and they didn't pull the tape right away. They forgot, and like an hour later, they're like, and they ran in here and they pulled the tape. So let me show you what it looks like. This is why when you ask me, when do you pull the tape on your tumbler when you are epoxying, you do it immediately. Because if you don't, it starts curing up. And this is what's happened. I always try to explain to you guys, when you pull it, it kind of pulls the epoxy because the epoxy is starting to get gummy and it strings out like taffy, or like when you do the hot glue gun and you pull it away, it gets a little strip, a string that comes off of the spider web. Epoxy does the same thing. It starts becoming that consistency where it pulls. Okay, so it pulls and it goes up onto the stainless steel. Okay, this is removable. What I would do is I would take a hot knife and I would literally cut down below this. Okay, I would probably then tape it off. This is very thin. It's not a lot. So I'd tape it off and protect the regular epoxy, and probably take a Q-tip with acetone on it and just work that off slow and steady, kind of like a paleontologist digging up bones. Just be very careful so you don't get acetate on here. In the thicker spots, same thing. I would just take a hot knife. If you don't know what a hot knife is, they use it for it's in the wood burning department. We have it on our Amazon shopping list. It's literally a craft knife, like our Literally and Rose craft knife, heated up really, really, really hot. And when it gets that hot, it's past the heat temperature rating on these cups, and you can literally cut through epoxy. It's not like butter. It takes some effort. But you can also take a hot knife and heat it up with your like a craft knife, and heat it up with your torch and do the same thing. So if you don't want to buy the hot knife, I have one because I used to use it all the time. Now I never use it. Well, I can't say never. There are things that I would use it for. But I don't use it very often. But like things like this, if I want to sit and correct this, if this was a customer cup, I would sit and correct this. This is not a customer cup. This is just me to show you guys now examples. This has been sitting around here forever. And so I'm not going to stress about it. One, because I know I'm not selling this cup. I'm not, this will, if anything, it will, my aunt will claim it or something and it will go into the family. And I'm not worried about like that. I'm not going to spend hours on that. I would rather go bake some bread. So oh yes, it does. So so Katarina is correct. It will go through like butter. It depends on what stage of curing your epoxy is. The harder the cure, so the longer it's been cured, the harder it is to go through, and the thinner the layer you're going through. So if it's a thin layer, it's gonna look, yeah, it will cut through like butter. If you've got a full blown epoxy tumbler like this, cutting through this epoxy, it's gonna take it a little more time. Yes, and obviously be careful, it's hot and sharp. And so when I have my hot knife, what I do is I actually take an empty tumbler, generally one that's probably in my strip pile, and I put it here, and then I put the hot knife down in it face down, so the heat is down inside the cup and it's stored inside the cup. It's not rolling around on my table where I put my elbow on it. So if I had my hot knife, which I don't, it's not an item that I use every day, so it doesn't sit on my desk. But let's pretend this is the hot knife and that's the hot end. I take the hot end and I put it in there. So it can stay in there hot. It's fine. It can stay plugged in. It's fine working. The Facebook group is Little Lee and Rose Tumbler and Epoxy Art. So we have a Little Lee and Rose page. It's just Little Lee and Rose. And then there's a group called Little Lee and Rose Tumblers and Epoxy Art. So the group is where you can post and ask questions and make comments. And, well, you can comment everywhere, but you can make posts yourself and post pictures of a cup and be like, what do I do with this? And then people will answer you. In the Facebook page, it's more where we launch all of our educational and inspirational videos of like Tumbler arts and crafts and different supply, different fun little crafty things. And that's on the page. So they're different. The group is where we interact with you. You interact with us. The page is where we give you lots of content, lots of videos and things. Yes. So I put it in my cup, so it's not just laying around on my table and I don't have to worry about burning through my table or touching something else and melting it. And this way it's stored. Okay. That's how I rock and roll with my hot knives. Okay. That being said, okay. So when you tape off a tumbler, now taping off the top is going to be personal preference. It is where your comfort level is what your customer wants. If that you can ask them, do you want this or not want this? Why, you know, and some people, they are just not comfortable putting their mouth on the epoxy. They just don't like it. They don't like the way it tastes. Some people can taste, they just don't like the feel of it. So it's going to be a personal preference whether you want the taped off top or not. This one you can see I did it. This one I did. This one I did not. So it just is where you feel like what you feel like doing, okay? But when you do pull the tape, you want to put your epoxy on and pull that tape immediately. Epoxy is a doming product. So if you put a drop on your table, you notice it domes up like a little bubble, just like a bead of water would on your table. That's called the doming effect. It bubbles out on the edge. It doesn't just go flat and spill out everywhere. It does that here. So when you pull your tape, wherever you pull the edge of wherever you pull the tape off of it, it's going to whoop and it's going to dome up on the edge. It's not just going to spew out unless you have way too much epoxy on your tumbler. It will do that if you have too much epoxy because it will break its own surface tension. Oh dear Lord. The sparkling water has given me heartburn. I knew it would. Okay. Everything gives me heartburn, by the way, so I'm not surprised. Like I could have had a sip of water and it would still give me heartburn. So that's this cup, okay? We're not going to fiddle with correcting the cup today. I just wanted to walk you guys through it and show you guys when you don't pull your epoxy, when you don't pull your tape, this is what it does. It pulls epoxy with it and pulls it past the line where you want. It kind of gets mucky on your stainless steel. So pull that tape right away. If you don't pull your tape away, I actually recommend going in with your hot knife, even if it's kind of gummy, your epoxy is kind of gummy and gooey, still going in with your hot knife and actually, as it's on the turner, take your hot knife and just go and sear down right along that epoxy and then pull your tape. Okay, almost like You're going to get a lot of bread references because I'm making a lot of bread right now. But if you have a big ball of dough and you're going to trim it down into multiple breads, you take your cutter and you cut it so that you have the two, and then you can push them apart. It's going to be the concept here. Separate them first, because if you just try to pull the dough into multiple parts, it's just going to go and stretch, right? But if you go and kind of sever it and then pull it, you're going to get two separates. Very easy. Mary, I wasn't going to order. I was trying to do really good, and then I ordered. That sounds like me on Amazon every day. My new obsession is going to be raw milk, so watch out, y'all. I was very against raw milk, but my brain just goes because I'm like, ooh, like I'm not going to buy it from, Susan over there with her cow. Like she has no, I have no idea how like clean she is and like what's going on over there, and it's scary. But there are commercial dairy farms in Texas that sell raw milk, and they are permitted and they are government regulated and all that. So I'm on a raw milk journey. Brought to you by the sourdough community, because somebody I know in the sourdough community has turned me on to the raw milk thing. Her son had leukemia and had to start chemotherapy, and the chemo doctor, said, I recommend switching him to raw milk before he starts chemo. He will have a much easier time on chemotherapy. And she's like, well, she was terrified because it's scary. We're trained in this, era to be scared of that, which I understand because I'm a little nervous. But she said, we started giving him raw milk. He's already going to be poisoned by chemo anyway. So what could raw milk do? And she said he never got sick on chemo. She's like, he never had like the down days where he's like throwing up and miserable, like what you see on shows and movies and stuff. She's like, he would get lethargic and didn't feel like his normal chipper self, but she's like, he didn't feel sick. He never threw up. He never got sick. And the nurses, when they would run his blood at his doctor's office, she had multiple doctors. So the one doctor that referred it was not the same one that like monitored him. They were like, what? How is your blood count like this? And his blood count would bounce back super fast. So I don't know that I'm going to start drinking raw milk because I don't drink milk in the first place, but I did buy 3 gallons, and I'm going to be making my homemade butter and sour cream. And I already make homemade yogurt, so I'll probably use the milk for the homemade yogurt. We're going to give it a whirl. We might all die from botulism next week. I don't know if it tastes different. I haven't tasted it yet. I'm going to be putting it into my mason jars, and I'm going to be scraping the cream off the top to make butter. And then we'll be left with the milk, which would be like the equivalent of like 2% milk or 3% milk. And so we'll see. We'll see. You can pasteurize milk at home. You can actually do it in your Instapot. So I may do that for the actual milk portion of the situation. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because I have so much time on my hands, I decided I'm going to churn my own butter. But this is my me time, y'all. This is not me putting more on my plate and feeling pressure. I told you my New Year's resolution to myself was to do the things that I love, and I love homestead stuff. Like I love it. So I'm doing it. I love it. Very like I get excited. I'm like, woo, I'm gonna make my own butter on Friday. Okay. So we have this tumbler. Now, if you have not epoxied a tumbler with a handle because you're intimidated by it, don't be intimidated by it. What you want to do is apply your layers of epoxy a little thinner than you would normally, because you don't want that epoxy bunching up on the handle down at the base, because it's turning and rolling and a lot of epoxy is moving on your tumbler. So go less is more when you're working with a handle. Homemade butter is the best. Oh, I believe it, because I have this grass-fed like super organic butter already, and it's outshines any butter that we've gotten from the grocery store. It's so good. So I'm expecting my butter to be fantastic. So when you do a tumbler with a handle that's attached that you can't take off, just do each layer of epoxy a little bit thinner and lighter than you normally would, so it doesn't pool up, because it will pool up no matter what. But if you do a lot, you're really going to get this big ball of epoxy that's stuck there. And then you just do a thin layer on the handle. This one is not a finished tumbler, by the way. This one would need at least 1 to 2 more coats to get a smooth surface. It's got a rough butt and some rough around the handles. We're good. But this one is far enough along to where we can wrap it. And so I'm going to wrap this guy. I think I was like, this tumbler, in my brain today was like, this tumbler was set aside. It was originally going to be a totally different sign, but I'm like, I feel like it's going to fulfill its tumbler destiny today, because this wrap matches this tumbler so perfectly. This is live mix number, hold on, it's still available. Hold on. This live mix is still up on the website, because what happened with this live mix was we mixed the batch. It sold out because we ran out of glitter bags, and we can only bag like 200 bags. We literally ran out of glitter bags. And so the remaining live mix got pushed off to the side in a bag, so that when our glitter bags came in, we could finish bagging it and get it up on the website. It kind of got forgotten, and it ended up going back up on the, hold on, live. Oh, hold on, I got to go through the website. I'm trying to pull up which number this one is, because it's a really pretty glitter. Little Lee. Oops, hold on, I typed it in wrong. WW. No. There we go. WW. I forgot. Oh, farts. WW. No. 1, 2. WWW. Go. There we go. Live mix. I can't remember which number it is. I'll know it when I say live mix number 45. This is how old this cup is. This is live mix number 45. We're on live mix 129. So this is a very older, it's a much older color. It's live mix 45. It is still up on the website. And that's just because it, like I said, we ran out of bags, and it ended up coming kind of back. It never left. Yes, Barb. Yes. Okay, so Barb is asking about the epoxy. Yes, I am loving this epoxy. Go to the Facebook group at the very top, go to the featured posts, and the link to the epoxy is at the very top under the featured posts. It is going to be an Amazon link. I am doing Amazon link instead of directly to the business company, to their website, because it's cheaper to buy it on Amazon. If you buy it directly through their website, you have to pay the shipping, and they charge about $10 or $12 more. I can't remember the exact numbers now, but I remember just going, if they order through Amazon, they save $20. So it's $55 for a 1 gallon set. So you get a half gallon of A and a half gallon of B for $55. It's a phenomenal deal. I have torched it. I have worked in humidity. I have worked in cold environments. It is coming out beautifully. I'm loving it. And it's such a reasonable price. It is linked on our Amazon. Okay, so but if you go to the Facebook group, Little Lee and Rose Tumblers and Epoxy Art, I meant to put the link in this video, but the link is right at the top of the Facebook group in the featured posts. So find the one that I have the epoxy. Okay. Yes, live mix 45. I was gonna say 45 too, Nelly. That was in my brain, but I was like, I don't want to say 45 and then it not be 45. So live mix number 45. That is what's on here. And it is on a white base. Okay. This is a white based spray painted cup. Okay. This was meant to be like the soft neutral tone, like a soft taupey beigey color. Khaki. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna cut this. So what we're gonna do is, oh, I only got my crappy scissors. Here we go. We're gonna cut this down. Okay, so this is the instant transfer that launched today. I'm using the larger one. This is for the 30 and 40 ounce tumblers. This same instant transfer is available for a 20 ounce. Okay, so I'm cutting away the extra. Okay. And we are going to wrap this around the tumbler. So what I do is I line it up where I want it to land, ultimately land. Okay, and I want it to go right there. And then I'm going to take a piece of painter's tape and I'm going to anchor it down. Okay. Because if you can line it up all you want, but when you ultimately peel it and lay it down, this is not showing you over here anymore. So you might end up still tilting it just a little bit and getting off kilter. But if you line it up and tape it down, then lift your edge. I'm going to show you. So when you're doing these big wraps, I'm going to hold the tape in my mouth. Oh, no, I can't because I got to talk to you guys. Okay, do your wrap, get it on there, line it up on the back where you want it to land and how you want it to sit. Okay. Make sure this is set up here along your edge. My line up here is not straight. Like I said, somebody else did this second round and they did not get that line straight. So it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So I'm just lining it up as best as I can. And then you take your tape and tape it down in place in the middle. So here's the handle, here's the handle, here's the tape. It doesn't have to be perfect, obviously. But it's just holding that transfer in place so that you can pick it up. And now what you're going to do is you're going to now I got off kilter. I was focusing so much on the front, I forgot to focus on this side. Okay, there we go. And it's going to hold it, that instant transfer wrap, in place where you want it. Okay. Now you can take your craft knife or however you do it. Hey, hey. Okay. If you're just jumping on, there are new wraps, new Tumbler wraps, new instant transfers, all new tumblers, a bunch of new stuff launched up on the website. I showed it all at the beginning of the live. We're now kind of playing with a little bit of it. I'm wrapping the big 40-ounce instant transfer around this tumbler. It's meant to be wrapped on a tumbler with a handle. Sorry, I had the edge and now I can't find it. All right, so we're going to pull that back. Again, I'm not going to peel it like crazy. I'm just going to get that first like inch peeled. I'm going to lay it down and then we're going to lay it down flat and we're going to stick it down. Okay. Okay, once you get that started, you're now anchored. That's your anchor point. You can now remove this. Frugal me saves the tape. Okay, and now you can start slowly peeling that backing off and pressing down with your squeegee. These instant transfers are so easy to work with. Okay, pushing the squeegee. I'm not going to worry about that tip right there. Don't stress about that. I'm going to show you how to go over the hump. Okay, and drop that down. Okay. Now we're going to go in here before we do this. Now this is hollow. If it wasn't hollow, I would just carefully go in there and press it down very slow. But because there's nothing in the middle, I'm actually going to take my craft knife and I'm going to carefully punch through. I didn't realize that this was even here before I would have done this beforehand, but I didn't even see this little piece here. So what I'm doing there is I cut the transfer sheet, and so that there's nowhere, so when it's less likely to buckle, if that makes sense. The buckling is going to happen on that piece that I cut. And then this part can just lay down flat. Okay, so I'm going to give it a little pull, just a gentle pull, and press down. So see this piece in the flap in the middle, if I had left it flat, that would be all buckled up in the middle, but because I separated it, it is buckled, but it's not attached to this anymore, so that the leaf was able to lay down flat. Sorry, you guys aren't as close as I thought you guys were. So what I did was I just took my craft knife and I cut this middle piece out, okay, because it's a hollow piece. And then I was able to lay the outside piece down without this middle piece buckling up and getting in the way, okay, because this would have buckled going over this hump. And it would have probably messed up my instant transfer. All right, so we're just going to press this down all the way, really around this edge. Okay. Make sure it makes good contact up there. It overlaps here just a tiny bit, so I'm actually going to go in with my craft knife before I pull it and just slice right in a straight line across there. Okay. And then we're going to pull that up. So it's still going to stick down, but it will be easier to remove in just a second. You'll see. There's a big, huge fisheye right here, but that's what I saw in the very beginning of the live. I was like, oh no, it has a fisheye, but I'm like, we're just going to play through. We're going for it. Because it still has epoxy over it. It's just a lumpy epoxy surface right there where the fisheye is. But this is going to get more layers of epoxy, so I'm not worried about the instant transfer there. Okay. So now we cut that. We're now just going to go in and lift it up with our craft knife. I know avocado, I'm cutting towards my thumb. And we're just going to pull off that little bit that came up here and overlapped. Instant transfer is crazy sticky because it's got that super permanent bond on it. So the craft knife is the best way to remove it because it's sharp and it gets right under there and just lifts it up. If you're just trying to pick it off, it's going to take you 9 years. So get your craft knife under there and try to lift and get it separated. Okay, and then we're just going to go back in because that is a very important space right here along this edge. Press down. Okay, there is a bubble right here. So we're going to go and we're going to puncture a teeny tiny little hole with our craft knife. And then you push the air towards the hole and it just comes right out. And you cannot see that little puncture. Okay, that was where there was a fisheye underneath there. There's a little tiny one right there. This is done with, I don't even know what epoxy this was done with. We didn't approve it, so it didn't, whatever it was, didn't make the cut. We were sampling epoxies. Okay. But it wobbled. It got a huge fisheye right here. This is a whole giant fisheye right here. And it bunched up right here. So weird.
Hi. Somehow we have a paper thief. Did you happen to walk in here with regular papers that had my notes on them?
No. I only came in with this and these cups. Everything I was carrying was in this bin. Yeah.
Ah, okay. I'm like, I'm retracing my
Go through those sheets that you handed me.
I did.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I got them right before I gave them to you, and I'm like, where did they go? I lost them.
Well, I am not the paper thief. Blame Emily. Just blame Emily. All right. Look how pretty that is. This glitter color is perfect with this instant transfer. This is such a boho bridal, like soft tone, like calming wrap. I loved it. Then it would look really pretty with the, we're doing this. We're layering it right now. We're doing it. Okay. You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and then on the back would say a work of art. So let's do it. So, and then this one, could wrap down here on the bottom. I don't know that I want the bottom wrap though. I don't know I want that much wrap. This one would wrap around the bottom. This would take more work. So let me show you. If I was gonna wrap this one around the bottom, this was gonna have to go up over the curve. I would go in with my scissors and I would cut down in between all these little fronds, right? These little, whatever you call these little wispy, they make me think of those little long skinny mushrooms, but I think it's the stamens of the flower. Down in between there so that when I go to lay it down, I could lay them down individually and kind of go up and over the hump without all this buckling up over the hump. So it's the same kind of concept as pulling out the middle. Resin sticks to instant transfers. Yeah, I mean, it's on there. See, look, that's instant transfer. This is instant transferred. It has one coat of epoxy over the top. Yeah, resin sticks to instant transfers. If you're struggling, it might be the brand of epoxy you're using. Try putting a coat of clear glossy spray paint over the top. What did I just peel? Oh, that was let me show you. Oh, did I just throw it away? That's the carrier sheet. So instant transfers have a back and a front. Okay. So here, watch this. So Kathy, watch. So this has two sheets to it. It has a back and a front. So when you lay it down, you still have to remove the carrier sheet from the front. Just like if you're working with, when you cut vinyl and you have to get a transfer sheet and use the transfer sheet to transfer your vinyl on, you lay it down, you rub it down, and then you pull the transfer sheet away. This comes with its own transfer sheet that you have to then pull away. So whenever I do instant transfer, especially because I'm going over another instant transfer, I'm going to cut away any of the instant transfer that I don't need, like the excess, because it's super duper duper sticky. And the more stick you have all over your cup, the more, no worries, Kathy, the more it's sticky, the more room for error and issues. Okay, so I'm right-handed, so I want this on the front for me, for myself. So we're gonna put, this is part of today's launch. It says you are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. Okay, so it's a dual set, one to go on the front, one to go on the back, or however you want to sort it, situated on your tumbler. So see what I'm doing now, Kathy, is I have to get in here between the two and go from the front and the back, because there's a protection and carrier sheet on the front, and then there's the back that's protecting the sticky adhesive on the back. So you got to get in there and separate the two. Okay. So see, we're taking the backing off, and the white part is what's the sticky adhesive backing. When you do this, you want to remove the backing away from the front. So see how I laid the front down? It's face down, and I'm peeling the backing away from it. Okay. Now, let me go. We're gonna take my stir stick. I work on the towel so that it doesn't get, okay, let's do this. That's better. I work on the towel. That way it doesn't scratch my table, because there's like little globs of epoxy glued to my table. Because see, now it's on a transfer sheet. It's stuck to the plastic. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to just rub only the words. I'm not going to rub in between the words, because I don't want that. I don't want any extra stuck down, just the bits. Okay. It's going to stick anyway, because it's a super, super, super aggressive stick. But that way there's just it's just less room for errors. Okay. Whoops. Lost my little tab. Okay. And then I'm going to pull up slowly, because I barely rubbed it. So I might have to go in and do a little extra little nudge to get it to stick down. I might have to really go for it. No, I'm going to have to go for it. I didn't push enough. Okay. Oh. I'm only stressing because I'm putting one instant transfer over another and I don't want to accidentally peel up the other transfer when I peel this guy up. So I'm going to go real slow so I don't damage that other instant transfer. In theory, you can avoid doing this by just putting a coat of epoxy in between each instant transfer. But you guys have watched me layer and layer and layer. I do it all the time. I just be very careful when I do it. This is ultimately going to be epoxied over it. So I'm not worried about touching the white part. The cup itself, regardless, needed more epoxy. So just slow and steady. Oh, it's so hot in here. I didn't turn on the air conditioning. I thought it wasn't too bad, but the sun, the way the sun is angled, is now coming straight in my windows. It's warming up this room. So I'm just helping. I'm using the craft knife instead of rubbing a ton, which I normally would do if this was not another instant transfer I was going over the top of. This was just the tumbler, I would go back and re-rub it. But I'm just trying to rub it as little as possible. So I'm taking the tip of the instant transfer and any part that doesn't want to stick down, I'm coaxing it down with the tip of my craft knife. Like coaxing it off the instant, the sheet. Because I just need it to come away from the sheet and then I can press it down really hard without worrying about the stick of the transfer sheet going down on my instant transfer. Does that make sense, you guys? It's a little tedious, but it's not worth risking the bottom instant transfer to save 3 minutes. Because if you damage that bottom instant transfer, it's done. So I'm just going to go slow and steady. Coax this guy off. There we go. Oh, yes. Oh, this is going to be another one of the tumblers that I want to keep. Okay. Then I can go back through and just give it a good press now. Okay. That's real pretty. Okay, and then other side, we'll get the and a work in progress will go on this side. Okay. Again, I'm going to cut away the excess sticky transfer sheet. So Kathy, did you see that? I pulled the transfer sheet up. That's what I'm pulling away, not epoxy. It wasn't like a sheet of epoxy I was peeling off the top. It was just the carrier sheet. Yes, we did a Battle Axe sneak peek. We talked about pulling tape and using tape and taping off tumblers and the things to do and not to do. And now we're playing and we're adding these instant transfers down to this. This is live mix number 45. This glitter color is still on the website. Okay, this glitter color is still on the website. It's live mix number 45. The reason it's still available, you will not see a live mix from that long ago available. The reason that one is still available is we actually ran out of glitter bags this week, and so we can only put like 200 of these up because that's all the last of the glitter bags we had. And then we had to wait, and it took like 6 weeks. And when the glitter bags came in, everyone forgot that we still had to bag the rest of live mix 45 for like a year. Like literally, they just bagged it. Like it just, and I was like, I've been going through the warehouse, and I was like, why does it say live mix 45 on this? what is this from? And they're like, oh, that's from Remember with. I was like, yeah, but that was a long time ago. We've had glitter bags. Like 6 weeks later, we had glitter bags, or 5 weeks later, or whatever. I'm like, why did it get bags? I'm like, I just got lost in the shuffle. So it's back up on the website, live mix number 45. This super pretty, soft, neutral tone. So there you go. It's the only one of the originals. It's the perfect nude. It's the perfect nude pantyhose. My mom's nude pantyhose. All right. Oh, I think I'm gonna. Oh, isn't that beautiful, Cindy? Me too, girl. I'm actually gonna put this on the bottom over here. I like it down here. So it says, you're allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress. I like that. I like it tilted down here. Okay, get under there very carefully. And I didn't have to worry so much about this one with the instant transfer, because there's no instant transfer down here. So I was able to rub and press harder down on it. And then we can just peel this away a lot easier. Yeah, it's an OG. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, I should have taped this off and lined it up and made sure my words were correct and perfect. You all know I don't do that on lives. It takes too long, and I get real quiet, and it gets real boring, and then everybody goes away and nobody watches anymore. So I just wing it. We fling stuff on. We throw it on, and it works. But normally I would have taken a piece of tape and I would have done painter's tape down and around and made a squared off my thing, and then measured and taped and made sure and eyeballed, used my laser, but we just wing it on lives. So so I should walk through that. If you want to make sure that this is lined up, one, it's more personal preference, whether you like it closer to the handle or farther out. That is going to be a personal preference thing. And if I was doing it for a customer, I would ask, like, where do you like it to sit? And also, which side do you want facing? I like it facing myself because I just want to make myself happy. Okay, so I want to read it. You are both a masterpiece. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, and a work in progress. But I just want to read that I'm a masterpiece. So I like it personally here. Some people are going to be like, no, I want it when I'm holding it. Other people can read it. So that's a personal preference thing. Okay. But you can take a piece of painter's tape and start on the handle and bring it over and go straight down the middle and give yourself a straight line. Okay. And then that's going to give you your in-betweens. And then you can measure the width of the instant transfer and then figure out that you need a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch here. And you can measure and make little marks with little tapes and then drop the instant transfer in between them. Okay, that's how I would do that. Same on the back. But for me, we're just like, well, that looks like a good spot. All right, and now this tumbler, all it needs to be taped off and epoxy. It probably needs 2 more coats of epoxy, to be honest. I'm also not going to call this tumbler done because I feel like I might add some more things to it to make it more busy. Probably chia spots, let's be honest. I put chia spots on everything because I freaking love them. I don't currently have any sitting here. And y'all bought them out again in like one day. Okay, so this one, but I just really, mainly this cup was more to show you, one, how easy the wraps are to do, how fun this one is, a double instant transfer with the little matchies, and to talk about that top lip. So we accomplished that. If you missed it, this wrap that's on here comes with a second piece. So you can actually wrap 2 different tumblers, or you can do one on the top, one on the bottom. Okay. If it's mine, I don't care. Sames. Also, because I know somebody in my family is going to take this. So tape off the top, and this will probably get at least 2 more coats, but I'm feeling like this is probably going to get something added to it along the lines. So there's that. Okay. So that wrap is available in a 20 or there's a 20 ounce and then the other one is a 30-40 ounce. So it'll wrap a 30 or that's a 30 ounce tumbler, but the top is the same as a 40, like the circumference is the same as a 40, I believe. Saying that now that, yeah. See, it's the circumference is the same as a 40. So the bigger one will wrap a 30 or a 40 ounce. Okay. The small one is sized for a 20 ounce, just generic. Remember, hi, Ella. On the bottom of the screen right here, it says iwantglitter.com. That's our website. It's iwantglitter.com. You're going to click on today's deals, and all the new things that I posted today are going to be under today's deals, but we have a humongous website. If you are new to ordering from us, always type in the word free. Today, there is a free test water slide. You could put free test, a free test water slide. You can add it to every single order that you place. That's always available. So every time you shop with us, add your free test water slide. Also, our free shipping starts at $25. So it's really easy to earn free shipping. We don't have a magic shipping department. We just pay for your shipping if you hit $25. We try to make our website as accessible to you all as possible. And purchasing. A lot of the things I'm using today are available individually. There's a couple things that are in a set, like the decal that I just showed you guys. But also there's a whole instant transfer section. There's a $3 and under section. There is a water slides and printed vinyls and glitter bundles. So have fun poking around. But today's deals is where you're going to find the new wraps. So we post the new launch stuff in under today's deals. So the things from the last couple days that launched the brand new stuff is under there. All right, so that one is in a 20 ounce or a 30/40 ounce. Okay. Then we have the rescued, redeemed, restored, and forgiven, this instant transfer. Okay. That one's individual. Then we have a set. It is the hearts and boots, or boots and hearts. I think it was hearts and boots. Heart and boots. You're very welcome. The instant transfers are killing you. I'm sorry, Jane. Heart and boots. Okay, this is a set. This heart is a little bit more on like the golden, yellowy, like wheat tones to go with the warm colors on the boots. Okay. And then we have the full sheet. This is like a printable vinyl, but this is an instant transfer. It can be cut down to any size you want. You can work with it just like you would printable vinyl, but it's an instant transfer. So it's the permanent bond. You do not have to epoxy over this. So if you have a blank tumbler, you just want to wrap it. You can just wrap it in this. Make sure you have a super clean, smooth surface. Wrap the tumbler and just hand wash, no dishwasher, no soaking in hot water, et cetera, et cetera. But it is a permanent bond. So it will withstand. Just don't scratch it. You got to be a little careful. But you do not have to epoxy over it. Again, this one we have tooled leather. So this is tooled leather and fur, and this is tooled leather. They are individual. These were originally all meant to be a collection today, but we want to make it financially accessible for everyone. We know that it's really expensive to just buy a freaking orange at the grocery store right now. So we are trying to make everything very financially accessible to get what you want. And a full collection today, I feel, would be not kind to people who don't have the budget to be able to afford like $100 collection. So this is all these things are being launched as individual things, except for the couple things that are sets. But so that it keeps, you can just buy the one thing here and the one thing here if that's what you need and what you love. Okay, so this one's tooled leather. That is really pretty. Tooled leather with fur. I'm sorry, Nellie. This is going to get even worse. Wait till this one. And then this is a full sheet of the hearts. Now this one is more like the golden wheat tones. Remember? And then this one is going to be more the beige and taupe and brown with the aqua. Deb, samesies. Okay. So beige and aqua. Like the brown and aqua. So these are different, but there's a full sheet of the hearts, because you know me, I like my busy tumblers. Oh. I need to get epoxy on some of those cups back there because they are screaming for this one. All right, so those are up on the website. Now, let's do a quick BattleBox sneak peek for everybody who missed it in the beginning. BattleBox sneak peek. This launches tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Regardless of what time I come live, the BattleBox will only launch at 3 o'clock. The live mix will go up at 2. So it'll be ready there. You can put it in your cart, have your live mix ready to go. I will go live at 3. We will launch the BattleBox at 3. I'll probably be live before 3 talking about it, getting everyone ready. Oh, chicken Alfredo. Stop talking about food. I want to eat. I always want to eat. I'm so pregnant. The battle box will, so the live mix will go up and available at 2. You can put what your quantity that you think you're going to want up on, you're going to want it, by the way, up on in your cart. And well, that's every live mix. What am I saying? I say that about every live mix. I mean, I mix them because I love them. So fill your cart with your battle box, have it ready to go. 3 o'clock, add your battle box. No, sorry. Add your live mix at 2, between 2 and 3 o'clock. Have it in your shopping cart. Put your free test water slide in your shopping cart. Have it ready. Battle box launches at 3. There's only 250 battle boxes, and they're $21.65. They're very, very inexpensive this month, which means they're going to fly off the shelves. The cup is very, very cool. It's a very fun, cool cup. The contents are cool, usable. There will be a top up, so be ready. This is my warning to you, everybody. So we had some people that were pretty upset last month because they didn't get one. But I was like, I had been warning y'all for days. When they're under $25, they sell out super fast, super fast. Okay, so especially when it's a very unique, fun cup. I'm just warning you. I would be ready at 3, between 3 and 3:15 to be getting your battle box. Okay, so here I don't have a tumbler on hand in here at the in the studio. Here is the tumbler. It is a 20-ounce Hydro Sport, so it has a sport top that pops up, so you can throw it in your gym bag. You can throw. Mine's gonna be going in my baby bag. And it has the handle that flips up or down. I love it because I can hook a carabiner to it and then sorry, you guys, when I get heartburn and then I start talking a lot, I get this weird, like, hiccupy thing. The joys of pregnant. What's the time now? It is 3:54. So we are on Central Standard Time, Ella. We are 3 o'clock Central Time that this will launch. We do all of our time zone in Central Time. So the live mix will go up at 2. The battle box will go up at 3 Central Time. Okay, so it's a 20-ounce Hydro Sport. It is sublimation ready. You can sublimate right on it. It's got the handle that goes up or down. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be clipping a carabiner onto my handle so I can hook it to my baby bag. I can hook it to my stroller. I can hook it to my backpack, and it's a hands-free, because once this baby pops out, I'm no longer going to be able to have a hand to be carrying my big 40-ounce ice water around with me. I'm going to need something that I could just throw in my baby bag and just fling around and not have to worry about liquids coming out. You're thinking no birthing for you. Yes, it's quite rough. I'm done. So this is going to be the tumbler. It's a 20-ounce. Okay. Then you're going to get a half sheet of roses. These are fun because you can go in there with very detailed and glitter inside each petal, in between each petal. You can layer these over like multiple colors. Anyway, these are just really fun. You do not have to use the whole sheet. You just have to use at least one somewhere on something. Everyone's going to get an acrylic blank. Keep in mind the acrylic blank does come with a protective plastic sheet over the top and front and back. So peel that off before you use it so it goes clear and there's no scratches on it. That plastic sheet is literally there to keep it from getting scratched. Foils too. Yep, you can put foils inside these little spaces. Yep, you can layer them however you want. You're also going to get a small, like I would say like 2 or 3, it's like 3 grams of glitter, which is not a lot of glitter. But that's how we keep the price down on these and make it very, very affordable for you guys to grab these and get these and have fun competing with everybody. It is a very friendly competition. It is for every style and every level of creator. This could be your very first tumbler and you're like, I want to try. I'm going to challenge myself. This is going to get me making a cup. That's amazing. That's what this is here for. And to get you outside of your box and to trying new things and just having fun and being part of the community. We have a moderator. I believe it's Emily this month. Is it Emily this month? Ooh, I could look. And we have a moderator that goes live throughout the month as well and works on BattleBox. So you can join them for the BattleBox lives. And you can ask any questions you want. You're also always welcome to ask me. And then you submit photos of your finished product. If you don't finish, that's okay. Still submit photos of what you did and tell us like your journey. Like we want to know, like it's fun. And you'll see throughout the month, people post like updates about their battle boxes and what they're working on. They'll ask questions like, hey, how do you, epoxy the rim on this? And then you can ask questions and stuff in the Facebook group. Okay, so these are going to be the elements that you get. You get an acrylic blank to make a matching keychain or whatever you want to make with this. Get creative, do whatever you want. You are not pigeonholed into making this into a keychain. It's just whatever your brain wants to do with this and create. That's the fun part about it. You can use one of the roses on the blank. You can. Okay. There will be a top up where you can buy an additional ounce glitter if you wish. It is not going to be required, but you will only be able to buy the 1 ounce of extra glitter if you buy the battle box. It's only a top up for battle box buyers. So if you don't buy the battle box, you will not be able to get this glitter. Okay, you might be able to add it to your cart. You shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be offered to you. But if somehow you can add this to your cart, if it goes in your cart and you check out, it will not ship to you. It will be refunded the money and it will not ship to you. You have to have a battle box in your shopping cart to get the extra glitter. This is the amount that you're going to get. Okay, but if you want a full ounce, if you're like, no, I want to do the whole cup, and I'm probably going to want 2 layers on it to make it real dense, then you might want a full ounce. Or if you're like, I just freaking love that glitter. It's gorgeous. It is, by the way. And you want a full ounce of it. It's very, very pretty glitter. Super sparkly. This is not even, this is in the bag. You all know it's 10 times prettier when it's not in the bag. So that's what you're getting. The Hydrosport cup, the acrylic blank, the half sheet of instant transfers, and the glitter. Yes, that's what I was saying. I'm like, I might even make mine into a cute little tassel and hang it off the handle of mine and have my triplets like put little hearts on it or something in their handwriting. And it'll be my baby bag drink cup. All right, so all that is up on the website. All the new stuff is up on the website. The battle box launches tomorrow at 3. Live mix will go live at 2:00 tomorrow. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a rundown of what is available. So I'm gonna give you numbers. The Boots and Hearts instant transfer set, the one with the heart and the boots. There's only 3 of these sets left. This one is one. Apparently, this is the hot ticket today. There's only 3 of these left for the Boots and the Heart. This is a set. Okay. I'm just going to give you the low numbers that are really literally about to sell out. The bright pink shimmer tumbler. So we have these are up on the website today. These are all almost sold out. We already might have some that are sold out. The bright pink one has 8 left. The white one has 1 left. Where's the rest? The light pink one has 2 left. The purple is sold out, and the mint has 2 left. So they're almost gone. That was very fast. They were almost sold out when we started this live. Okay, let's see. Anything was I'm just trying to give you the stuff. The snail planter mold from yesterday only has 23 left. Oh, this one's getting low. The floral instant, the wrap, the 20-ounce wrap for this one only has 50 left. Everything else is about 60, and it's about 60. So all of the things are down to about 60. I can't see everything. I don't have my website open. I'm just pulling up what's the borders, the collars from last night. They're called borders. Those only have 26 left, FYI. The cowgirl mold from yesterday only has 12 left. I'm just going through the list real quick. Okay, so there you go. Hi, guys. Don't you worry, Facebookers. Don't you worry. I blocked Felix. First, before I block, so if you were on Facebook, there's a guy on Facebook that's telling me I have beautiful hair and isn't natural. I should have been like, it sure is natural, Felix. How you feeling about me now? Well, you're telling me I'm so pretty. How pretty am I now? but I blocked him already. There's a pervert over on Facebook. He's telling me I have pretty hair, which I know is a lie because I've seen my hair in photos. I can see what I look like on the camera. I don't care that that's what I look like on the camera. I know. Well, I washed it like 2 weeks ago, so I know it looks real good. Facebook, so the Facebook page is public, so like literally anybody can see. Can I do a swag sneak peek? Sure, real quick. It's not gonna be a full one. It's gonna be quickie, because we've done it like on 3 lives. But here we go. Oh, hold on, the baby's shifting. Ow. She's so big. This is the biggest baby I've ever carried in my whole life. Hold on. It doesn't, it's not comfortable. She's like shifting sideways. Feels like she's trying to shove her way out. When I leaned over, her and I did not work together there. We did not hold hands and lean over. She went that way and I was going that way. I'm glowing though. That's the fat. It's the chubby fingers and the swollen feet and the chunkiness. So the funny thing is, now this is not me telling my sister's fat. My sister has a round face and I have an oval face. She has my dad's face shape and I have my mom's. The funny thing is, now that my cheeks are chubbier and I'm like filled out more, when I see myself in like the reflection of like the car window or something, I look so much like my sister because I have the more round face like my sister does. That's why my belly button looks like that. Yes. Oh, my girlfriend gave birth in the elevator at the hospital. They brought her in to the hospital and she said, this baby's coming out. This baby's coming out. And they're like, okay, go up to the 3rd floor. And they gave her a wheelchair. She's like, no, like it's the baby is coming out. They're like, yeah, go to the 3rd floor. And her husband had her in the wheelchair, wheeled her in the elevator. And in the elevator, the baby came out. And they literally, he's like, it was a scene out of a movie. Like, I knelt down. My wife was like in the wheelchair, leaned back, and a baby came out of her, and he caught the baby. And then the elevator doors opened, and all these people were like on the 3rd floor waiting, and they were like waiting to load. And he's literally, the doors open, and he's sitting there holding a baby. And it was in the hospital. She's like, they didn't take me serious. I said the baby is coming out. Oh, well, my triplets were all 3 pounds, right at 3 pounds. Like 3 pounds, like 5 ounces, 3 pounds, 1 ounce, 3 pounds, 3 ounces. They were right at 3 pounds. This baby is already, I don't know. The last measurement, she was like 5 pounds something, I think. I can't even remember. I can't even remember what week I am pregnant. Everyone asks me, I'm like, I don't know. What day of the week is it? Is it February or January? I don't even know what day of the month it is, let alone how far along I am. I do know my due date though, because that's happening. Now we're on a countdown. We have 20 days. I have 20 days, whatever all those other numbers are, I have 20 days until she comes out. Oh, I bet they did get charged for it all. They probably had to replace the wheelchair. Okay, here's the swag sneak peek real quick in gold. This is not a full bag. This is just a few little items in the gold bag. This is an instant transfer in the gold bag. Butterfly, beautiful. Instant transfer. Stronger than the storm. I love this saying. I feel like this literally fits every single freaking woman. Okay. Glitters. You're gonna get glitters. You're gonna get white whipped topping to make. Okay, so everyone's like, what do you do with this? You can take the little tops off these little cups. We have flat ones on the website. The bubbled up ones are sold out, but you don't even need the bubbled up ones for this. And you can literally just go with the whipped topping on the top of them, make little frosting toppers for your little minis. But you can do the same thing on Tumbler toppers and make a frosting top. If you want to fill in the middle, you can do go to the Dollar Tree and get the floral foam and make a foam dome and then anchor it down and then do the topping over the top so you don't use as much whip. You're just doing the outside layer. Hint, hint. It will come with 6 what are these piping tips, so you can choose which style you want it to be because it makes all different types. So you'll get 6 different little piping tips with it. I don't have a tube of stuff to show you. It's going to come with some really freaking cute little rainbow colored fun party sprinkles. Okay, these are clay sprinkles. Do not eat these. They're fake. And you can put them on your whipped topping. And then you're going to get 3 little cherries, fake cherries, to do your decorative topping. You are going to, like I said, some glitter. There's some other things. Those are some things. Okay, now diamond and a tumbler. There will be a tumbler in there. I don't have that in here to show you. Okay, diamond really quick. Remember, all these things are in the Big Daddy. Oh, that's part of the diamond. Oh, for Pete's sake, hold on. Diamond is getting a rhinestone by design. If you don't know what this is, sorry. We're going over our swag bag. It's our monthly subscription. It comes out on the 15th. You can sign up for it. You can sign up for it any day up to the 13th. So if you want to sign up for a swag bag, you can sign up. There's a gold, a diamond, and a Big Daddy. The gold is 35, the diamond is 75, and the Big Daddy is 100. The Big Daddy is basically all the things in gold and all the things in diamond in the Big Daddy. And then we just took $10 off the price to make it a super deal for you guys as a thank you for being so supportive and getting the big boy. And you get all the goodies. So this is just a quick sneak peek. These are not all the things that are in the bag. These are just some of the things that are in the bags. You don't eat those sprinkles. Well, you'll find out real fast. They don't taste good. Sorry, I'm actually trying to push the heartburn down by drinking more of what's giving me heartburn. If you don't know this, I'm super pregnant and I'm very miserable. I am not a radiant pregnant lady that's like, oh, I'm pregnant. This is just the dream of my life. I'm like, oh, God, I have to be pregnant. That's the end result is a baby, so it's fine. I get a baby out of this, but this is the freaking worst. I have every symptom known to man, and I have it all extreme. Known to a woman. Man doesn't know these symptoms. I have every symptom known to pregnant women. Like every tiny little thing that happens, I get all of them. Some people don't get any of them. I'm not that person. I get them all, and I get them all to the extreme. So I'm quite miserable. I'm just chugging away. Okay, so you're going to get a rhinestone by summer stand-up. I will. I have stood up like 5 times. I'm tired, Mary. You'll see it at the end. My stomach is huge. My shirt can't even contain it anymore. No, because I'll have weirdos like Felix on YouTube tell me I have pretty hair. You have really pretty hair. How do you do it like that? Okay. Wild west of the internet, I'll tell you what. Okay, so you're gonna get a rhinestone by design. If you don't know what that is, it's a rhinestone tumbler. You will get all the supplies, not all the supplies, you'll get most of the supplies that you need to do it. You're gonna get the tumbler, you're gonna get a blank sublimation ready tumbler. Okay, it's a 20-ounce straight. 20-ounce straight sublimation ready tumbler. You are going to get the sublimation sheet. Okay, you do not have to sublimate it if you don't want. You can just use this as a map. Okay. Yeah. This can be just a map. If you don't, not every rhinestone artist likes the print sublimated on there. It is there if you are a beginner and you like the guides being sublimated on there, you can sublimate this on. If you do not have a cup press, it is very easy to find somebody who has one. It's very common. Go to your Facebook group, your local Facebook group, and be like, hey, I need a favor from someone with a cut press. I just need to press this image on this and take a picture. And you will have 10 people volunteer, like, oh, come on over. They'll tape it, wrap it, press it for you. But not everybody likes it on the cup, okay? Because if you don't get your rhinestone set on it absolutely perfectly, you can see the color around it and behind it. So it's just personal preference. Okay, so we're putting it in the bag, so you have it if you want it, okay, as a sublimation. So you've got a sublimation ready cup, you get the sublimation print, or just use this as your map. Okay, then what comes with, then it's gonna come with individual bags. You're gonna have mostly white, because there's a lot of white, but it's like a really pretty AB sparkly white for all this outside section. Ooh, okay, white. And then you're gonna have the bright pink for the middle, okay. Well, obviously you have the black. Okay, so you have the black for all the lines. You have the bright pink for the middle. And then you have the two purples, a light purple and a dark purple. They're hard to see on camera, but there's a light purple and then a dark purple. So it's going to be a pink and purple butterfly with black and white. So it's going to be very sparkly. They're all AB stones except for the black. The black is very just pitch black to be your outline. You can use your heat gun, but it's probably going to be, it'll take you like 2 hours to do it with your heat gun. So it's probably faster to just take 5 minutes, 10, 20 minutes at someone's house, or have someone just do it for you. But you can do it with a heat gun. But yes, there's a huge margin of error for doing a giant image like this with a heat gun. You can do it with a heat gun, but just know when you feel like, oh, I've been doing this forever, you probably still need to go about 45 more minutes of heat with a heat gun. Just saying. So it will take a long time, but you can do it. It's possible. If you're retired, you got all day. It's fine. Just you can do it. And then the instant transfers. Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop. With brave wings, she flies. I saw, I made it awkward. This is my favorite one. Live happy. I just think it's super pretty and fun and vibrant. And the gnome, we actually have these on the website as the little minis. The full size one is in the swag. Oh, the heartburn. I got to take it at Tums. I can't handle it anymore. Okay. I just have a couple of Tums. On all my stations everywhere around the warehouse. They're everywhere because I just need them all the time. A little dandelion gnome. Okay. Those are your instant transfers. There's more in the bag. That's just what I got to show you right now. If you saw my lives, I mixed the glitter for swag bag on the live. I'm going to show you guys the colors. I don't know if these are in gold or diamond. I don't know what if they've been signed or not. But here's two of the colors. They're so pretty. This one is uber sparkly. It's got some chrome silver in it, but it's mostly like fantasy pinks and bright pinks. And then this, I love this one, Cypress. He's kind of a salmony, corally, neon orangey. I don't know. It's so pretty. So these are two of the glitters. I can't remember if these are going in gold or diamond. So it's just like a sneak peek of who knows if they will be in your Big Daddy. Okay. There you go. Okay. So that is gold, diamond, and Big Daddy bags. That is not everything in the bag. So those are just a few little items to wet your whistle. We used to not tell you anything that was in the bags. It used to be a blind surprise, but now I get too excited. So that is there. All right. I'm going to jam. I still have a ton of work to do. It's getting later in the day. You can rewatch this live to see all the new launch stuff, to see the battle box sneak peek. We go through some Tumbler tips and tricks, and then we did this little swag bag reveal at the end. So if you want, you can just, if you're just jumping on now, you can bump back on. This live will be posted to our Facebook, our YouTube, our Facebook page, our Facebook group, and our YouTube channel. All right, you guys, have a great evening. I will see you guys tomorrow. And I will be live at 3 tomorrow. Rain or shine, it will be 3 o'clock. It's live mix day. That's one day that will not change because it's just like a day. So it's like our set time. My heartburn does not go away. I have heartburn at 2 o'clock in the morning. I have literally sleep with Tums by my bed. It's a pregnancy thing. It goes away the minute the baby comes out and my stomach goes back down where it's supposed to be, but now it's literally sitting like right here. And so it's gnarly. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Don't forget tomorrow's Battle Box Day. Make sure you can go in at 2 o'clock, between 2 and 3 o'clock, and add your, I have heartburn. I'm literally on medication, and I also have to take Tums on top of it because it doesn't do medication. That seems to do nothing. It's rough. So you can go in at between 2 and 3 o'clock and add your live mix to your order, have it sitting and ready to go. And then add your battle box at 3 and check out. So have your shopping cart already ready to go, all full of your free test water slides, your live mix, there's a lot of stuff launching tomorrow. There's a bunch of new instant transfers that will be up tomorrow. There will be the freebie with the live mix. There's so much stuff, you guys. I told you this month is absolutely bursting at the seams with awesomeness. So it will all be up there. That will go up at 2. The only thing that will shift and show up at 3 is the battle box. And that's to be super fair with the battle box because it's going to sell out fast. And we're not changing the time on the battle box. launch because it's not fair to everybody who sets their timer for the battle box launch at a specific time. So it will go up at 3. So you can have your cart ready to go, add your battle box, and check out. If you already are like, I know I'm going to buy $25 worth of live mix and then I'm going to get the battle box, you can also just check out for the live mix and then put one thing in your cart because the battle box is going to be $21.65. So you're going to be just under that $25 mark. So add like one glitter or a couple instant transfers or something. Get yourself over that $25 mark so that it's free shipping. Okay, because you're so close to the free shipping that it's more expensive to just buy the battle box. And let me just tell you, it's more expensive to just buy the battle box and pay shipping than it is to buy the battle box and a glitter and we pay for shipping. You actually save money. So do that. Get yourself to the $24. What color tomorrow? I haven't decided. I have like 4 colors that I have already pre-planned and I haven't landed on one, but they're all freaking amazing. The live mix from last week will come back. It's going to take our manufacturers on like a 4-week holiday right now. So they are closed down. So we can't get it for a few weeks, but it will eventually make its way back because I didn't get any. Purple. I know I do purple so much, but I just love freaking purple. I'm not sure what color tomorrow's going to be. It will be in the photos though. I haven't narrowed it down. You guys, I'm a last minute lady right now because literally I'm hanging on to life by my fingernails. Gripping on to life, just holding on. And then this baby, and I don't know why I think when the baby comes out, it'll be easier, mainly because I won't physically feel so miserable. I'm used to always being buried and tired and working a lot and just being really, really busy. But having all that with the pregnancy stuff on top is brutal. So I'm ready to just have my physical self back. I can deal with chaos. Chaos is my life. Somebody said, oh, just sit and relax. I'm like, I don't even know how to do that. We don't know how to do that. The word relax or bored does not come into play in our world. We don't, especially my husband who has ADHD. He cannot sit still. So he also makes me feel like I shouldn't be sitting still because he's up to it. It's also a blessing and a curse because he makes me feel like I shouldn't be sitting down and doing nothing because he's just always busy. But it's also a blessing because he can't handle having any dishes in the sink. So he does all the dishes. He'll walk through the house and see there'll be like 3 dishes. He stops and he has to do them. I'm like, this is the best. Also the worst. All right, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be live at 3. I'll probably be live more at like 2:30, reminding everybody to get their carts ready for the 3 o'clock drop. Okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.